Hey guys, it's Amir from AmirPozderac In today's episode, we're going to cover something that you've probably heard many times before, which is eat less and exercise more. That's all there is in order to lose weight. Let's see if that's actually true. So guys, you probably heard about the famous quote, eat less and exercise more. I have actually heard it many times from many of my clients who kind of post that either on, in their kitchen somewhere, or in their car, or in their wallet, or in their phone. So basically they say eat less and exercise more. So what I would say to that is, while that is in general a good approach to be more active, and I'm all about promoting more physical activity, absolutely, and being more active, and just either, just walking. If you can't do anything else, I always say just go walk. Go for a 1 hour walk, and ideally you can, listen to some music, or ideally listen to some audiobooks or something useful so you can get smarter while you're changing your body composition and your health for the better. Awesome. What can be better? So that's when it comes to exercising or moving more. Sure, it's absolutely good and positive thing. On the other hand, eating less, I would be very cautious about telling everyone to just eat less, because a lot of people, especially those who have been dieting for a long time, some years and sometimes decades, a lot of people are basically under eating already. And while you can say, well, how can that be? I mean, 2/3 of American population are overweight, almost everyone around me is fat, and how can it be that we're not eating enough? You would be actually surprised what happens when you're under eating. So when you go into something called starvation mode, and you're not meeting even the baseline of your metabolic needs that your body have every day for energy. And when that happens, your body actually completely sticks to all the fat that it has, and it says, you know what, you're not giving me the minimum I need to survive, so what am I going to do? I'm going to hold on to everything I have so I can survive longer. That's basically a kind of basic survival defense mechanism that we have, and the brain employs it every time when we have very low calorie intake. So eating less is not always the solution. Of course, most people do still overeat, and eating less may be the solution. However, I believe that changing the food types and macronutrient breakdown that is proper for you is actually the right approach, not just eating less. So let's say if you're eating 4 times a day, you're eating in McDonald's, you're eating junk food, and now you're going to eat 3 times. Well, sure, that's great, but is that going to get you anywhere? No, you're still going to get sick and probably eventually get a heart attack or a stroke or some kind of other disease, because it's just junk. There's no nutrition there. It's just empty calories that are going to, the only thing that they can do for you is just make you overweight and sick in a long term. So eating less is not always the right approach. Exercise more could be. I highly recommend you do increase your activity levels. However, there's one other approach that is very interesting, a phenomenal book that I would highly recommend to everyone, and I have posted a link for that book down below this video. It's called How Do We Get Fat and What to Do About It. Basically, the author talks about what happens if we exercise more, right? So we expand a lot of calories. A normal response by our brain to that is going to be to increase appetite, right? So I worked out, I just broke down the muscles on a micro level. So now my body is going to say, okay, now I need nutrients to build these muscles back again. So what am I going to do? The brain is going to send the signal, and that's going to trigger our appetite, right? Because now we're going to need that food to make sure that we actually get it so we can feed those muscles back. So more we exercise, the hungrier we will be. And what happens when we get hungry, more and more hungry? Well, we're just going to eat more, right? So more you exercise, more you eat. So that also kind of is just one interesting, I would say, aspect to look at this whole idea of eat less and exercise more from. So again, it all comes down to the proper macronutrients, and you can definitely find a lot of good information about macronutrient breakdown in this channel, and I'm going to talk about that in future videos more as well. Okay, that's it guys for today. Thank you for watching, and if you have any comments, again, please post them in the comment section below. Subscribe to our channel as well, because I'm going to have more and more of these videos, each of them with useful tips and strategies to help you lose fat and become the healthiest version of you. Thanks, and see you in the next video.